Hey everybody, Jace Allen here. Welcome back to the channel. So I just got this guitar today from UPS. This is a Fender Player 2 Stratocaster limited edition from Adorama. We used to call it Adorama Camera back in the day because they sold camera equipment. This was back when cameras actually took film. But now Adorama and companies like B&H Photo have sort of expanded into selling musical gear and audio equipment as well as digital cameras. So I want to say a special thanks to Joe from Average Joe's Gear Talk YouTube channel. I found out about this guitar from one of his videos. He routinely goes out and finds these really good deals from Adorama and B&H Photo and Amazon Returns, and he finds discount codes for guitars and music gear, and so he makes videos about these discounts that you can get. And this happened to be one of the videos that he made. Unfortunately, he took the video down. I think it's because the discount expired rather quickly, and probably took some flack for that, which is too bad because his videos are really great. So anyway, I bought this from Adorama. The retail price from Adorama was $839.99, and with the discount code, brought the price down to $549. That's almost $300 off this guitar. So with the shipping was free on it, and with tax, I think it came to around $581. So that's a really great deal for Player 2 Stratocaster. So let's talk about this guitar real quick. It is a 9.5-inch fretboard radius. It's got a gloss finish on the fretboard. Regular nickel steel frets. They're not stainless, but the edges on them are perfect. These frets are wide, but they're not tall. So I'm not sure what they consider those, if those are medium jumbos or what they are, but they're really comfortable to play. It appears to be a bone nut. It's got the slotted vintage style tuners on it. These are 18-to-1 tuners. Nice stamped logo in the neck plate there. It's got a full thickness trem block. Nice cutaways, very, very traditional looking body style on it. It's got a white 3-ply pickguard, but then it's got the antique white plastic hardware that covers in the pickups and the knobs and the 5-way switch, and then the trem arm has that same antique white plastic on it. This is a 2-point trem, and it's a little different looking than some of the ones I've seen. These screw posts are really kind of different looking, so I don't know if this is something new that they've made, but it has the old style bent steel saddles on it, so they're kind of blending some of the old style elements with these new style elements, which I really, really like, because I really like the bent steel saddles and the old style tuners. Especially working on a guitar, it's really easy to work on a guitar. You just take the tension off the string and you can pop that string right off, take all the strings off, work on it, and then slide it right back on. You don't have to uncoil it and try to figure out how to, get the string back into the tuner to tune it back up. So they're really easy to work on. Bass guitars, a lot of bass guitars have that split style tuning post. I really don't understand why more guitars don't have that. It's a really, really neat feature, and it's been around forever. So this is an alder body, and the finish is a Lake Placid Blue, and it's kind of hard to describe. It doesn't really look the way it looks in person on the camera. I can see through the monitor here that it looks way more blue in the monitor, but it's got quite a bit of green in it, and it's just a beautiful metallic finish. And then they're calling these Player Series Alnico single coil pickups, and it's in an SSS configuration, 5-way switch. So I had sat down and made a video about this guitar, I had originally shot a one take, no edits unboxing and review of this guitar. And unfortunately, my microphone wasn't recording again. I don't know if I just forgot to hit the record button or whatever. I had done a video on these wireless microphones, but I still keep getting too much interference. So I'm still back to my external digital recorder with a wired lapel mic. And I swore I hit record on that. And so I didn't have any good audio. It was just the audio from the camera. Okay, there's something in the... Ooh, yeah, that's nice looking. It's darker blue than I thought. That's nice. And so I started editing it, and I was playing the guitar for the audio examples. And something just hit me. It was like, this guitar is amazing. And you can see the moment on my face in the videos that I shot earlier where the light bulb goes off. And I'm like, this thing sounds incredible. So I'm not sure what that realization was. If it was just how good this thing sounds. There's not a ton of difference between this guitar and some of the other guitars that I have hanging on the wall that cost, you know, a quarter of the price of this guitar. So what is it about a Fender that makes it hit different, that makes it feel like it's got some kind of magic to it? Often people in the comments of my other videos complain about how much I compliment the imported guitars that I review, especially the Chinese guitars. They say they have no soul, they have no mojo, that they're made by people that don't have the musical history that the people at Fender or Gibson have. And mostly I just kind of brush off those comments. But today, playing this guitar really kind of felt like there was something to what they were saying. So is it possible? Is it possible for a guitar, an inanimate object, to have some kind of magic, some kind of mojo, some secret sauce that makes this guitar just a little bit better than all the other guitars hanging on my wall? Now keep in mind, this guitar was made in Mexico. It's got Made in Ensenada stamped on the back of the headstock. So some hardcore Fender fans might not even consider this a real Fender because it wasn't made in the United States. But picking up this guitar and playing it, I can't deny that there is something special about an actual Fender Stratocaster. What is it about this guitar that makes it special? Is it the name on the headstock? Is it the shape of the headstock? Is it the pickups? After all, Fender's been making guitars for nearly 80 years. So they definitely know how to make guitars, and they definitely know how to make pickups. So is it possible that there is just a little bit of magic inside of one of these guitars? Take a look at this guitar, for example. This is an Acklot guitar. This is a guitar that I got off of Amazon. These guitars list on Amazon for $179.99. And for all intents and purposes, this is the exact same guitar as the Fender. It's got the same body thickness, the same body shape, the same belly cutout. This one features a little extra cutout for your hand there. The neck on this guitar is incredibly similar to the Fender. They actually got the headstock almost exact too. I don't know how they get away with that, but that's very close. These are not stainless frets, but the fret ends are immaculate. The frets are very similar. These actually might be a slight bit taller than those. This is, however, an SSH configuration, but it does have a toggle for a split coil so that you can turn the humbucker into a single coil. Now, these are ceramic pickups, not Alnico like on the Fender. 3-ply pick guard, antique white finish on the plastic components. One thing that is different about this guitar is the fact that it has a rosewood fretboard. Both feature matte finishes on the back of the neck. Fit and finish on this Acklot guitar is very good. One thing that I will say is about this, the way this guitar feels, is there's something about the neck that feels a little different. I think the neck thickness is a little bit narrower on this guitar than it is on the Fender. The Fender almost feels like it's a little bit chunkier. Maybe that is one of the reasons that the Fender feels different than these guitars. Maybe these guitars feel a little cheaper because the neck isn't as thick. And the body on this guitar is made out of poplar, not alder. Another difference between the two guitars is that the Fender has a flat sawn neck on it, which means that the grain is going horizontal with the neck, whereas the Acklot appears to have a quarter sawn neck where the grain is kind of going on an angle this way, and quarter sawn tends to add to the stability of a neck. Also, this is a roasted maple neck, which also adds to the stability of the neck. Now, the listing on the Adorama website just says that this is a maple neck, but it's got a pretty deep color to it. So I suspect that maybe Fender is starting to roast the necks on their guitars, which again adds to the stability of the wood. And of course the Fender features a full thickness trem block, and the Acklot has one of the sort of narrower trem blocks. So real quick, let's run through some of the sounds on these guitars. Here is the humbucker on the Acklot. And here it is, it's a single coil. And here's the middle pickup. And the bridge pickup. It sounds really good. Again, these are ceramic pickups. One more thing that I didn't notice is this one has roller string trees on it, which oftentimes is considered an upgrade, whereas the Fender has a single steel string tree. Okay, and then the Fender, this is the bridge pickup. Middle. And the neck. Now, to me, the difference is pretty stark in the way that these two guitars sound. But is it because this is a Fender and that's an Acklot? Or is it because this has better pickups? Does this have better strings on it? Does Fender ship their guitars with better strings than, say, a cheap Chinese guitar? So it's really hard to pin down the specific reason that this guitar just seemed to surprise me when I played it the first time. So what do you think? Which guitar do you think sounds better? Does the Fender actually have some secret mojo? Or is it just all in our head that when we see the Fender logo on the headstock, something in our brain changes and we view the guitar a little differently than we do, say, a no-name brand guitar that we've never heard of and that we don't have a history with? Let me know what you think in the comments. And as always, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.